TV. I'm like, damn, I am tearing this pussy up.
It's so realistic.
I'm about to The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs.
And for the cushion.
All right. Well, this podcast has already started, folks. Giles Mann is here, comedian.
Giles Mann.
Hey, nice to meet you, everybody. We're celebrating our comedian month here on the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. I got my good friend Keenan Sargent.
How y'all doing?
Keenan Sargent's here.
Go team.
Mr. Shane Foster.
Hey, everybody. Oh, no clap for me. No clap for me.
No, you get a clap. You get a clap. And Mr. Joey Maxwell.
Y'all probably just going in a little bit.
Our audience is going nuts.
Yeah, we probably need to fix that camera angle right there. This one looks okay, and then that one's fine.
I'll fix it.
Okay, we're going to fix some camera angles. Giles, just tell us a little bit about yourself. He came all the way from Salem, Illinois, folks, to be here on the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. So I appreciate the drive. He does have a little bit of a twang to your voice.
Yeah. It makes introducing myself a nightmare, you know. I've went by Charles, Kyle, Josh, just anything to make it go easier. I mean, it's one of the gifts my mother gave me before she left.
Okay. Ah, damn.
So.
That keeps on giving.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know where Salem, Illinois is. Tell me where it is. Like
I tell you, it's about 70 miles straight east of here, and there's no reason to really go there. But
I was close.
If you go down I-64, you catch Mount Vernon. I'm straight north.
What's there to do out in Salem, Illinois? What is it? What do you do for fun?
Well,
what's the nightlife like in Salem, Illinois?
Oh well, usually involves either meth or heroin.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. It depends on if you're feeling uppers or downers.
Yeah, that's Illinois for you.
Oh yeah.
Especially on the east side.
There was we had an old boy in town. He got caught with a meth lab because he put it up on the roof of a building downtown, and it got hot and humid one day, so the smell drifted down, and the cops were able to smell it and track it down.
Wow.
I couldn't even tell you what meth smells like.
What does meth smell like?
It's
burn
probably
electronics.
Electronics, yeah.
Burn, rubber smell, and gasoline, but meth's gonna be one hell of a drug.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do a shout out here. There used to be this town, not used to, it still exists, but I remember being in a town in Illinois called Coffeen, Illinois. Are you familiar with that?
It still exists, but just barely.
Okay, so the only thing that exists in this town is a library, a church, a Casey's gas station, and a Dollar General. That is it.
That's like Western civilization there.
That's a requirement to be a town in Illinois. You gotta have Casey's, you gotta have a Dollar General. Sometimes two.
Yeah.
Now, the library, is there picture books or what's in there?
Who knows? They probably don't have picture books yet.
Hey, it do get pretty rough over there.
No, don't we got like a Casey's around here somewhere?
Yeah, we got Casey's in Missouri.
I got Casey's, yeah.
Oh,
like around here.
But that's
St. Charles has them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I'm not from here.
Never been. I'm surprised I've never been to a Casey's.
Casey's is definitely like a rural gas station, though. Yeah.
It's like Wawa taking down quite a few notches, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they got like all the pizza, all kinds of stuff. It's a one-stop shop.
Oh yeah, you can grease yourself right up there.
Well, it's a one-stop shop because like you don't see another gas station for like another 100 miles. That's why it's a one-stop shop.
Man.
Right. Well, tell us a little bit about, from a small town, what got you into comedy? I've seen some. I'm gonna pull up your Facebook page here, but I got saw a couple pictures I got to ask you about. So what made you get into comedy?
Oh man, growing up, the thing about being poor is it's like being in a time machine, but you can only go backwards. And
damn.
So I grew up with antenna TV. Well, you could only get channel 11, channel 5. Yeah. You know how many times I turned the box and heard it go while it was rotating on top? And
It doesn't like you changing the channels.
pretty much. You know, watch a lot of packs because it was the only thing that could come in clear.
Oh, boy.
But yeah.
Good old days.
Oh yeah. Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus being a doctor before we knew better.
Hey, hey.
So this photo, everybody is wondering, like, did you lose a bet? What happened?
Giles Hogan over here.
Well, you know, every so often I like to clean up the top, and I got about halfway through, and the battery died. And so you know,
that Hulk Hogan going on there.
oh yeah,
This guy looks like your evil twin.
Do a voice, Joe.
there's a lot of people who should have put me up in an attic.
Yeah.
We need like an evil twin voice.
I learned a new word today. Shane taught me a new word. What was that word we talked about earlier? I didn't know what it was.
It was cuck.
Oh,
He's just now figuring out what cuck
that's
means.
been around for like a little
This
bit.
might be a cuck version of you. Can I explain to the audience?
He's
Shane?
like,
God.
who are you? What are you doing in my bed?
What's that thing you're putting in my water?
You can picture that guy sitting in a corner watching you.
See, it's in the corner.
Well, for the audience out there, Shane, explain what a cuck is.
Well,
The newbies.
so
Because I didn't know.
I was explaining to Matt earlier. I found out what cuck meant in the form of like an insult. Like you'd call people cucks, and that was like an insult. So I had to like Google it, or not Google it. I went on Urban Dictionary to find out what it is. It's basically like when a guy lets his wife like screw other guys, and he's like the bitch of the relationship, right?
That's sad.
So if you want to do a little bit more research, you can look up like cuck porn, and it's almost always like some guy sitting in a chair in the corner of the room while his wife's getting fucked by a guy, and he's like, "Oh man, can you please stop fucking my wife?"
I really have more free time than I do, dog. I'm curious.
And the wife normally always reacts this way. She normally just turns around and she's like, "Shut up, you bitch! Mind your own business."
Why does that remind me of Boogie Nights when dude's wife basically just fucks around and then they get shot in the end? But like, why does it remind me of Boogie Nights?
I mean,
like,
hell, that's pretty much it,
That's
isn't it?
pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
go sleep on the couch.
the guy in the Boogie Nights was surprisingly less okay with it than most cucks are. Most cucks just accept
William
it.
H. Macy, y'all.
They're like, I guess I deserve it. Like that's how cucks act.
God.
That's a great movie, Boogie Nights. I was explaining to Giles walking down the steps. I said, "Well, most of our guests have been porn stars lately," and he's like, "What am I walking myself into down here?"
So it's gonna be a hell of a night.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to tell you this, but if I ain't gonna be anybody's star tonight. Damn it, Dad!
Listen, as long as you got an OnlyFans, you're a porn star legit. All right. I know you got something. You got some. We all got some.
I mean, if somebody's into watching me cover myself in butter, I guess.
Man. Well, there's probably somebody out there that would like that.
Oh, guaranteed. Especially with that.
Would your
haircut.
OnlyFans like username be like Butterball63 or something? Butter. Oh, who's that boxer? Butterbean.
Butterman.
That's right. Butterbean.
There'd be somebody in the comments going, "I want to stuff that turkey." You know?
Oh my God.
It's probably that guy right there.
Hey. Only 10 minutes in the show.
So okay, when did you start doing some stand-up comedy? And I guess you probably grew up and everybody's always said you're funny, right? I'm sure.
It's one of those kind of deals.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You should do this or you should do that, and of course, BSing around the table ain't nothing like BSing with a microphone in your hand. It's a little bit different, so it took me a while to build up the nerve. About 2015, I gave it a shot. I went over to Funny Bone. I watched an old boy named Chris Porter. I was like, I gotta give this a shot. So I found out there was a place called Hey Guys in Fairview Heights area. It's like, hell, that's 50 miles. I can make it that way. So pretty much end up going up there, and when you start, you got that false confidence, you know? It's like, they ain't going to have enough time for me. Can I just keep it under 5 minutes? I don't know, you know?
Oh, man.
And then you get up there and you got the microphone in your face and they got that light shining on you, and you're in front of like 30 indifferent comics who are also trying to get up there. And like,
Go time.
Pretty much it was a terrified 2.5 minutes and I ran off the stage. But
did you have to introduce the next guy?
oh, they put me dead last. They wanted me to sweat it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know why, but I guess I was a new guy. So they're like, we're going to put him dead last, see what he does. And if it's a crap show, we can at least shut it down and get the hell out.
Do you think so? First time doing stand up, do you think it's worse to go like absolute first or absolute last?
Oh,
See, I was going to
first time, man, first time I'd rather do it first and get it out of the way. That way I can kind of relax
Right.
and watch the other guys.
Because like if you bomb, you can at least like listen to them laugh at like other people and be like, oh, that's not so bad. But if you bomb, if you're the last one to go up and you still bomb, like that lingers.
Oh, dude.
That silence
I've
just-
never been last so
it
far.
sticks around. Right?
Well, and the
Right?
first time, you're 9 times out of 10, you're not going to bomb. You know, even if you leave early, you're usually fresh enough and new enough where they're, you know, you got new stuff and somebody's going to laugh. And it's usually the second time is when that bomb comes.
Yeah.
I climbed up on stage and I tripped and I just ate it on the stage. And of course, when you're up there, of course, I'm winging it. I didn't know to write notes down or anything like that. So then I'm just holding the mic and getting redder in the face and trying to get through what I have in my head. And it was probably the third worst bomb I ever had.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
But, you know, it's... You
It happens
forget
to
about that.
everybody.
It's like the first girlfriend, you know? Most of the time, you'll get through it, and if you're lucky, you'll have a handful of others. If you're not...
Was that like your first girlfriend?
No.
Well, you just come from a small, well, you come from a small town, so you probably like, I'll see you at the family reunion.
Oh, hey, you laugh.
Oh my god.
No.
I didn't find out till after I was married that I'm like a distant cousin to my wife.
Oh my god.
I was like, well, we got 4 kids, and 3 of them are kind of iffy, so...
Family weddings are a blast.
See, the plus side is you don't have to worry about going to both sides on Christmas. You can just you can consolidate it. But yeah, every time I'd have a kid, I'd look at the forehead going, I hope that's normal size.
Oh my god, I'm crying over here. I can't even see.
God damn.
What are some other nice what are some other nice meetup spots in rural Illinois?
Salem, it's like,
It's some picnics.
Do you go hang out at
where
the
do you-
local Casey's or
Well,
like
usually there's a shutdown Walmart, and they got a big parking lot you can take advantage of.
Shut down Walmart.
holy shit?
We got a few of those.
oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. No, they'll usually turn it into like a gun store for a little while, and then...
Hey, come check out my pistol.
Yeah.
I feel like there's 3 places to like meet new single chicks in like rural areas. All right,
The library.
So number one, it's okay. Walmart / Dollar General.
Okay.
Right? Okay, that's one. Number 2, bonfires. Some random person's having a bonfire somewhere in an open field. You can find it. Just follow the smoke or follow
Or
the
hear
light.
the music. Ding, ding, ding.
Yep. Single wide trailer, too.
And
They
the
catch
last one, if you want to get really fancy, you could probably go to like a county fair. That might be a good place to
They
meet some.
dress up for that one.
Right, yeah,
That's too rich for my blood.
right. They put on their nice cowboy
Y'all go
boots
out
to
the
go to the
Ferris
county
wheel and
fair.
ride the tractors together. Let's go to hayride.
The worst part about it, especially if you follow the local news in the area, is apparently a lot of these guys are meeting them at the elementary school. We got them.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
We got people watching. They're saying this is hilarious.
It's only been 15 minutes. We're good.
Not canceled. That's good. Oh man! So comedy. When did getting back to the subject matter here, folks?
Somewhat.
Like when did you start? What talk about
I'd say about 2015 is when I started.
Okay.
I did a lot of open mics, every one I could, and eventually the problem is a lot of the open mics I went to, it's hard to get an honest reaction.
Oh yeah.
And because you got people who are just as stressed out, just as paranoid. You might get one guy who's paying attention.
Well, most of the audience too is other comedians, right?
Yeah, most of them are comedians. They got their stuff they're working on, and it's hard to get another comic to give it up, And it's understandable because I don't know how anybody else is, but I've watched a ton of stand-up. Yeah. And there isn't really anybody that's going to surprise you at any point in time. You're going to hear a lot of the same old stuff. I've heard so many jerk-off jokes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit, Keenan.
We've been there for a minute.
Didn't mean to personally attack you.
Listen, I'm just doing my business, all right? I'm just doing business.
What's a good
jerk-off? I'll still laugh.
What's a good joke? I'm sorry, jerk
joke.
Off.
A jerk joke. A jerking joke.
Joke.
Joke off.
Well, the closest I ever came to it is I asked an audience one time. It's like, do you think Asian porn's pixelated because they have brand names on the genitals?
Oh. Wow.
But
yeah.
And I mean, you sit there and you watch and you try to think of new stuff, but I have a hard time with it myself.
So your type of comedy, are you more successful in your own kind of country area, or when you come to St. Louis? I think you'd be hilarious at downtown or a Funny Bone here because
well, my problem
you're
is
a fish out of water kind of deal.
Yeah. And sometimes that does work for me. It's hard for me to get through this area. The car I drove here has one of the windows missing, and it's the most reliable vehicle I own.
You don't need windows for it to be reliable.
Right.
You need an engine.
Yeah. It helps with the gas mileage.
You need the engine to run and the wheels to turn. That's it.
Oh, yeah. But I did take a foray into it, and for a while there, of course, a lot of guys I talk to make fun of you for it, but I'd mess with one of those comedy classes over at Helium. I don't know if anybody's...
I heard of that.
And
tell us about it.
You done it? It's nice because if you're stuck in a rut, it kind of helps helps get the wheels turning. And, of course, it made for some interesting trips to St. Louis and back during that time period. But, the old boy helped me. Basically, he told me, he's like, I went through my set with him one day, and we're going through it, and he's giving you the critique afterwards. And he's like, man, I don't know if that's funny. It's like, what do you mean?
It's like homework.
Well, he said, I'm reading through it here, and it's depressing as hell.
And most of us are like that nowadays.
Well, it's all in the delivery. If you can deliver it, what I was picturing, I had a bit rope, and it was kind of quick, and it had this and this and this, but if you said it a certain way, you're basically expecting me to put a gun in my mouth. But if I kept the energy up and kept happy, it would go over well. And
example, that's good.
The best way I can describe it is like, you ever see that old Saturday Night Live sketch with Chris Farley as Bennett Brower? He's got the quotes, I don't bathe regularly, and, I like to pick at my own nails, and just going on and on. So that was the momentum I was wanting to hit with that. And it actually ended up working out. And from then I was able to at least write a little bit better and, at least know that, hey, I have a funny thought. Maybe I should write this down instead of I'll remember it when I get home.
Do you ever do your research by looking what's going on in the pop culture, different things
every now and then. The problem is by the time I think of something funny to go with it, usually about 10 other people have already beaten me to it.
Gotcha, yeah.
I got a 9/11 joke, but it's...
Oh, man. I'll admit,
it's got some age on it.
I'll admit I do love dark humor. So I mean, you're not the first one.
Wow, it's been 21 years. Let's hear it.
How? By the way, how long did that take to hit the Salem newspapers?
It's called the Salem Chronicle. Damn it!
Beats because he has dial-up. It's like,
Some journalist was like, "Well, I just went to New York. You'll never know what I found out."
Hey, well, it was weird whenever it happened. You know, the reason I was in grade school at the time, I was 7th or 8th grade, and what they did is they brought us. They're like, y'all need to come to the gymnasium now. You know, we're gathering you up. So they gathered a whole bunch of us kids into the gymnasium, and they wheeled in that TV that's on a cart, you know?
Oh, we had those,
yeah. And we're like, this is kind of weird, but all right, we'll see what's happening. And they roll it in, and they hook it up, and they put it on, and there's CNN. And we're sitting there watching. The first tower had already been hit. And we're waiting to see what's going on. Was it an accident, you know? Then about that time, the second tower gets hit. And, of course, the Pentagon and whatsoever. And so we're all sitting there. And, you know, you got a bunch of 7th, 8th grade kids. They're young, you know. And each class is 30 people large, you know. So it's a tiny school. And, you know, a lot of people are crying. And a lot of people are confused, trying to figure out what to do. And, I mean, there was a lot of people who were angry. Like myself, I was really pissed off, you know? I mean, this school had cable the whole time, and they didn't tell us.
Damn.
They had to wait to bring it in on a VHS tape.
On a cart.
They brought it in the next day.
it was actually September 15th when they told me guys.
You probably
teacher named Gary taping it off.
They taped it from the days before.
I ain't gonna believe this shit.
You probably went 15 years. You probably went 15 years going, I'll never forget September 12th. September 12th, they got it.
Oh, man.
Goddamn.
I work in a factory, and we go to Denny's after lunch because that's all Salem really has. And
Hello, Denny's.
we go there after work, after lunch. Damn, I know I'm fat, but anyway. Well, we went up there, and a buddy of mine, he gets his dinner served up, and, you know, they forgot his pancakes. And he looks up, he's like, damn it, they forgot my pancakes. This is the worst September 11th ever.
You gotta have your pancakes on spot. You're a fucking Denny's. You need your pancakes, goddammit.
I just imagine him typing up his Facebook post because he just found out about Facebook. Like, he's like, I remember on September 11th they forgot my pancakes.
Hashtag no more Denny's.
Hashtag worst September 11th.
Right.
Oh, man.
God, I went outside for my day, and that was like on Monday we did it.
Yeah.
But like, shit, y'all had TVs, man. Y'all lucky.
Did they like have Facebook, or did they just call the local radio station and complain?
They probably went to AOL.
Right, yeah. You've got mail.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people who just drive to town to get signal. That's about what I have to do.
I love it.
You had that town that had like that one satellite in the middle of nowhere, and everyone kind of went there to like, hey, did you see what happened on the news? What news?
Oh, yeah. There's parking spots at the McDonald's for the free Wi-Fi. Same with Walmart.
So what do you do for work in that small town?
I work in a factory. I've been there for about 8 years.
Oh,
and, yeah. Oh, shit, it's
Yeah, I got
right.
nice. Shit.
It pays the bills, but yeah, I'm trying my best to at least do this as I can on the weekends, and
Yeah.
it helps get the stress away. But the factory I work in, we make grinding wheels, and I'm not gonna say the name because there's an NDA. But
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah, we've been there.
I'm sure people could find it, though. I'm sure it'd be easy.
oh yeah, it's not gonna be too hard to find.
It's on profile.
right.
Yeah, I might
Place
work
of
on
work,
that.
man.
Family, kids. You have a
I
wife?
got a wife and 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
He's a farmer too. You can plant some seeds.
Oh yeah.
Not much to do in that town.
Well, I met
Family time.
I met my wife when I was 19, and she was younger. And
Well, I guess we'll get some more questions out.
Okay. Let's check the comments.
Like when you say younger, like
Legal.
she knew her letters. She knew her letters. But yeah, no.
He just graduated school.
holy shit. Okay.
But yeah, no. She was 17 whenever we met.
Okay.
So she's not too
Okay,
bad.
folks, keep the letters.
Yeah, you're being broad there. Like, she was young. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, like, looking after 4 kiddos, that's got to keep up most of your time, right?
It's a lot. And I know she's sitting at home. Like, we live right next to a lake, and I keep waiting for her to back the van down the dock and just take everybody out. So I try not to be gone too often.
Oh, damn. This boy on business.
But yeah, no, it's, we had the first one, pretty quick. I was 20 whenever he was born.
Wow.
So it's pretty much you're starting life on hard mode whenever you do that.
Yeah.
And so, I finally got a steady job about 5 years later. Then we decided to have more kids, which kind of takes out that steady job. And so I've spent years trying to convince people to also not have kids until they're ready.
Yeah, Keenan.
Hey, I'm still clean. I wear a condom. Look, condoms, socks, wool, whatever. I don't care. I keep this covered.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. 30
Soda
years old
can
this
shit.
year. 30 years old this year. I'm surprised you don't have a couple of little Keenans running around.
I mean, but someone ain't calling my ass. I'm like, what the? What's this child support bill? What the fuck?
That's because they know you have no money.
I'm imagining, like, what Keenan uses for protection is probably a jock strap with the cup in it. I feel like that's what Keenan uses for protection.
How do you know that?
I was just a guess.
See, hey, at least I wear cleats so I can get good steady grounding.
Right. Yeah. Good. Basics for sex. You want 3 points of contact at least. You want good grip on the ground.
I tell you what.
Pele.
I tell you what, for us, it's the good book and some good hard praying, and it doesn't quite work 100% of the time.
Right. What does your children think of your comedy? Do they know?
They know of it. They haven't really seen any of it, and I'm not really that crazy dirty. I mean, I've got a few here and there, but none of them really sat down to watch it yet because I'm waiting for them to get old enough to, tell me how much I suck, and at least it be an honest criticism.
Daddy, you suck.
But my son, he's real into it, and he's been wanting me to take him to some shows, and he's getting close to that point. I'll probably take him, but he's 12 right now, so it's hard to bring him into a bar whenever he's that young.
Yeah.
So do it like a Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
But my 7-year-old, I'll hear her tell the others, you don't want to be like Daddy. You don't want to make jokes all the time.
Wow.
And she'll give me a hard time, but
That's actually a good idea, Keenan. I think you should take your kids to Chuck E. Cheese
Soon.
and then get in, like, the mascot gear, like Charles Entertainment Cheese, like walk up on stage and just start doing your bits in front of, like, a bunch of kids. And start doing, like, a crowd work with the kid and, like, the playpen where you can see him.
Hey, where's the fat kid doing in the swing?
Right.
That's impossible. How's that holding up?
What are you doing over there in the ball pin, kid? Isn't there a weight limit?
I think the kid's drowning. God damn it. Hard
Well, we're
labor.
getting some good comments here. Erica Knoll, she says, yes, come to St. Louis. You are hilarious. I think she's talking about you.
well, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Can't be talking about us here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, y'all got to say some jokes.
So we talked about your kids. Your wife is, is some of the jokes about her? Does she take
There's
offense to that? I'm sure that happens to me sometimes.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the times with a lot of things in life, and there's some things that I've found out the hard way that maybe I shouldn't have, but it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission.
Yeah.
And so you let it fly. If people laugh, then it helps soften the blow a little bit. But if they don't, then it's like, well, I got to cut that out or change it because I'm not going to be yelled at by two different groups of people.
Right.
But she's pretty all right with it for the most part. You know, anything. She's watched me work in the factory for 8 years, so anything that gives me some kind of hope, she's preferred on.
Gotcha.
But she doesn't come to my shows either. So.
Ah man.
You gotta watch the kids.
Yeah.
Well, how often are you doing shows? I know we're going to talk about your show here you got coming up in September, but how often do you do comedy stuff?
Right now, I've been doing roughly about once a month. When I can get out and do some shows. Sometimes twice, like in October, I got a couple lined up right behind each other. It kind of just depends. I'm trying to get as far away from Salem as I can, so I don't wear out my welcome. But
That is a phase.
But yeah, September I'll be doing a show in Salem for the first time in about a year. Then October I'm gonna be hitting up Sandoval, Illinois. I know a lot of the folks online have never heard of a lot of these towns.
I'm on Google right now. I'm trying to look at this.
You Google it, it doesn't pop up.
It doesn't pop up, yeah.
You gotta go to McDonald's for the Wi-Fi.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get that connection right.
You just have to drive through Illinois and see the sign for the exit.
There it is. I was just there the other night.
It'll be me in the parking lot just begging people, please show up. Please. I'm spinning the little sign.
Right, yeah. Come see the show.
Oh, man.
But in all reality, is there any like decent like open mic joints or like comedy joints around Salem, around that area?
There's very few. I
Very
apologize
few.
for that. But we got a few every now and then, and they'll pop up. And it's kind of like we got one in Centralia that's hosted by a band called Roaming Home.
Centralia.
And it's a fantastic open mic. They have it every Thursday. And there's a few in Fairview Heights area. You know, there's a VFW that has them on Sundays and anything in St. Louis. But far as locally goes, it's kind of few and far between.
Is there any venue or joint that you would be doing stand up in that you would suggest as St. Louis folk to go venture out and attend?
I love his slang.
He's looking for one for himself, folks. That's what's going on.
We'll do an open mic at a Casey's.
I'm gonna do all my stand up in Illinois. So, so when I bomb and I cross the bridge, I just pretend I was a different person.
I tell you what, I've done a show here, and you know, it's just kind of ate it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just that quiet drive home.
Man,
Like you don't even want to turn on the radio. You're not ready to hear music.
You don't want to be alone with your thoughts, but you don't want any other noise either. You know,
Right.
it's like I could just jerk the wheel right now.
Well,
Save us all this pain.
there's the Mississippi.
Hey, let's see if I can do some diving.
I'm gonna find out how long I can hold my breath.
He did stand up one time, and he did really well. And so
Yeah?
he doesn't
Yeah.
want to go back on stage because he's scared of
Well,
bombing.
because he mentioned your second time you're most likely gonna bomb, and that's why
So it was a bomb.
I'm being smart about it. I did good my first time, and then I'm done. I can just show people like, look how good I did.
I tell you what, there's some theaters in the area. There's plenty of bars, and usually the bars are really happy to see you because it's a ton of music, you know.
Right.
For Southern Illinois, I will say a lot of the comedy's starting to kind of pick up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys who are, you know, I think I'm funny, but I know there's guys who could just knock my junk into the dirt.
I think you're pretty funny. I think you proved that tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. But there are some fantastic guys over there kind of in the same boat as I am. You know, they work a 9-to-5 job. They're trying to keep their family supported. But you know, we're looking at each other. We're like in our 30s going, is this all there is? You know, let's at least take a stab at it.
Right.
You know, so that way you can feel good with yourself when you put your head on the pillow.
We could probably do like a parking lot party, kind of just gather people around, and there you go. Like, the Salem County, Salem County, like joke fair or some shit.
Oh yeah, and there's places with stages built into them. There's the place I'm performing at, the ABC, in September 14th. It's got a stage on one side, and they pack the place.
Where is it at?
It's in Salem, Illinois. It's right off of
down there,
the intersection of Highway 50 and Highway 37.
And it's called the ABC?
The ABC. It used to be called Quant's ABC, but I think it's just ABC now.
I think
they just redid the place.
I think we should find some random field in Illinois and do a bonfire and then hook a mic up to a Bluetooth speaker. And then once we start hearing shotgun shots go off, we just scatter. We just go get our pickup trucks and go home.
Just make sure to be careful on how you lay the logs, otherwise you might get the guys with the white hoods.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you don't want that going down.
I'm sorry, Southern Illinois had to toss that.
Keenan, we're going to send you on an assignment to...
I got this, bro. Hey, I'll take one for the tea.
Yeah, you be our Clayton Bigsby, man.
So, hey, what's up, dudes? I'm Keenan. I bought my jacket, too.
Just for the sake of you being in that part of town, you're going to go as Kenny for the night.
Hey, how you doing, Kenny? Nice to meet y'all.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
You bitch! There's a place in Salem. It's not been there too long, called the Iron Saddle. There was an old boy from St. Louis who came out that way. I don't know if
you said he was an old boy?
Well,
no boy.
He's my age and he's got face tattoos, so he's
Lil Wayne.
Is it Gary Becker?
Gary Becker.
Yeah. He's gonna be on this Sunday. Yeah.
Is he gonna be on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out.
He's a riot.
Yeah.
And there's Gary Becker and Mary Jane.
Yes.
Yeah, she's done some shows.
One of our veterans.
She's a killer.
Yeah.
And she came out, and the crowd is ready to see comedy. They enjoyed it. Gary was a little bit surprised though. He was thinking it was a biker bar, and it's a cowboy joint.
Just get your hat and your little biker vest. You be right.
You can wear assless chaps at both, so it works out.
Yeah. Damn it! Sign me up.
So when you walk into a place like that, do you change your jokes up, or what? I mean, or do you just go with what you got?
Well, there's a John Mulaney bit where he says, everybody's going to have to get real cool with a whole bunch of things. I'm misquoting it, but...
Yeah.
I just know your crowd.
Yeah, I try to use same material wherever I go. I don't try to change it for the venue. I want to get enough up to where I'm good no matter where I go. And it's not specific. If I can think of something specific that I know will kill, then I'll go ahead and do that. But I like to try and... it can get a little intimidating. We did a show in Flora, Illinois, and it was a small Elks. Elks and VFWs are my jam.
Wait. Florida, a county called Florida.
Oh no, a town called Flora.
Oh, I thought you said Florida. I'm like,
Yeah.
we got a Florida, Illinois. What the fuck?
He's like, I'll go to Florida, Matt.
They got tired halfway through and left out the duh. So
Damn.
But we went there, and it was me. And a lot of shows I've done, I've done those shows with Gary Becker. I've done shows with a fellow named Josh Reynolds and Tim Loss. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah, Tim
Yeah,
Loss
he commented on our podcast.
He's been on the show.
That was one of the greatest podcasts we did so far.
Really? Yeah.
He called in,
That was a great one.
And Tim, he's helped me, far as getting me stage time, I can't beat him. He's helped me tremendously. Awesome. But we went over to this Elks, and it's like, okay, the show starts at 8. We're killing some time at 7. We're looking out, and so far it's the average age of the people sitting there ready for the show to start is probably about 70.
Oh God.
And Tim is like, man, should we just kind of sit and BS around the mic, and Josh, he's like, man, I don't know, we got to do something because they're here, you know, but we're not real, you know, I don't want to go into my material, you know. Josh, he's like, you know, I talk about banging my old lady out on the Thanksgiving table.
Look at the turkey stuffing.
Yeah. So they're like, I don't know, you know, we'll just start with a guy, and we'll see how it goes. Giles, get up there.
Take one for the team, kid.
So there's an audience of 7-year-old people, AARP people up there.
Oh yeah, and they were cool with everything, man. And
okay,
yeah, as long as they could hear you, it went perfect. There was one old guy on the left though that I didn't like him too much, but his old lady was great.
Do you have a lot of like retirement jokes like from the hip that you can just whip out for those bingo hall people?
God damn.
Can you get an old people joke first?
Well, out of all the time I said my jokes, you know, I either tap in or tap out, but then again, I still leave her house.
Oh, that's a good one.
There it is.
It's like a hotel party.
There it is.
I've been working on a denture bit, but it's not done yet. So
you build it up to us, and you're just not gonna tell us?
yeah, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. Wait until you guys hit a retirement home, and then maybe I'll tell it then.
That's where the big shows are at.
Right.
So I don't know. You ever dated a chick that has a lot of flatulence? You know, I thought my chick was because she's always pooting.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Joe.
That's a good one.
Well, I will say this, as a person who's been in that position, nothing worse than getting a mouthful of gas, man.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, yeah, talk about a mood killer. Sorry, honey.
I still love you.
That's worse than baseball.
Yeah.
So the old people, do you talk politics? You know, I mean, I wouldn't even know. I mean, do they?
For me, I usually try and stay away from anything that's too hot button unless I got something funny to say about it.
Same here.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm not George Carlin or, you know, I'm not Richard Pryor. I'm not Chris Rock. I'm not anybody who's gonna. I'm not Patrice O'Neal. I'm not.
That motherfucker got slapped.
Yeah.
Someone's coming.
Chris Rock's been doing it for a while though, and this is the first time he's gotten slapped. I think he's okay.
And Will still gave him an apology afterwards.
Yeah.
That is true, but it's one of those things. It's like if I could think of something, I don't have any problem doing jokes about anything. It's just if I can't think of anything funny, I'm not gonna dive into that hole.
Well, I think everybody's just worried about getting canceled. I think we've had our problems.
Oh,
Like,
well,
We were close.
yeah, but, yeah.
We were close.
you just try to be funny, and if they come at you about something, like, granted, there's some jokes that are hard to defend, but if you're funny's funny, and it's gonna be hard to deny that.
I
If
think
they
it's
know
the
you're
place
joking.
you're coming from, right? That's my thing.
That's what I try to shoot for every time. That it's like maybe at least I was funny this time, and a lot of times I wasn't.
and like people like nowadays, like yeah, the old classic, Blazing Saddles, like Spaceballs and all that shit. Back in the day, no one said a thing. You made that today, you know, people be like, hey, you can't say that. You can't.
Oh yeah,
I think
White chicks.
I think it's because like they feel like they should be offended, and then they pretend they actually are when most people probably aren't.
oh, you can feel the room pucker up at certain things.
Are you easily offended?
I'm not easily offended. No.
Are you offended? Period.
Am I offended? Period.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question.
I don't. I give Shane shit all the time. I don't think he gets offended.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm a pretty easygoing guy. Yeah. I want to get to the point in life. I want to get to a point of success where somebody slaps me, right? And they just feel obligated that they need to apologize. Not because they want
Obligated. That's a big word for us.
but because they're like, oh, I guess I better apologize or else people will be all up on, on my Facebook and Twitter.
Superiority is a bitch.
I want it to feel like an obligation for them to make a public announcement of an apology after slapping.
It's got to be nice to know that it was expensive to be slapped.
It was expensive.
What are you gonna show me?
Oh, you want to cost me? Well, it's you want to slap me? It's gonna cost you.
All right, so we got the show coming up on August 20th, right? We can pitch that one. Is that you? You're going to be in this one, or are you just?
I'm not going to be in that one, but
okay.
you can pitch it.
Okay. It's at Mount Vernon. Looks like
Gio's Bar and Grill, right off the main drag.
You got Gary Becker and looks like Mary Jane, right? Or no, Tim Losser. So.
Let's see, Gary Becker, Tim Loss, and more.
And more. So yeah. So maybe do you ever do a pop up? Maybe they'll call you.
Every now and then I have just jumped on, and because it's more practice. You know, I get to stretch some legs a little bit more, and I get out there and. Do you do skits at all? Do you do TikToks? Do you do videos? I think you'd be funny on video. I just you got a good look to you. I'm not, no homo on that.
I'm gonna say, Matt's got a girlfriend. Can't poly yet.
Oh wow,
polygrams.
Yeah, the price is right.
But yeah, I used to back in the day a lot, but. I tried to get back into it, and I'd try and upload a video, and it would take about 4 days.
Yeah.
And, I was trying to do them daily, and I had like 6 that I had queued up trying to get. It's like, I'm just
That's
going to
that LimeWire days.
Yeah. Oh, man, nothing worse than letting it set for like 2 hours and then coming back, and somebody called in the middle of the night.
While I'm waiting for it, shit.
Yeah, it's like, why'd Grandma have to die and throw off my music?
Is it one of those old routers where it yells at you when you try to boot it up? So you have to wait a whole day for it to just be ready for you to upload it?
Oh. It was whenever I was growing up, we did get a computer, but it was a hand-me-down from my aunt who was a stenographer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so you keep that in the living room. You don't get to take that into the red room. And so you're trying to stay up late enough for everybody to be asleep. It was me, my uncle, my dad, and my grandma all living in this house. Of course, my uncle, he had to get one in, so I'd have to wait for him to finish up.
Do you just sit there around the corner with your arms crossed like,
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than trying to get out the evil in you whenever your dad's sleeping on the L-shaped couch right next to you.
Shit, sorry, Dad.
Do you take mental pictures and then run outside real quick and hop back inside?
Out back by the barn.
Right. Out by the barn.
old wooden shed.
Oh, yeah. We had the monitor on the computer. It wouldn't stay on the button, wouldn't it? It wouldn't stick down.
Ooh.
But if you wedge a safety pin in it just right, it'd hold on. So we just hide the safety pin if I was waiting for something salacious to download,
Oh, wow.
Sneaky badger.
Yeah.
Now, when you say salacious, what does that mean?
I feel like Matt needs to learn grammar.
Heard about some crazy stuff at the county fair. I'd like to check that out.
Hey, nothing like
Oink, cows.
nothing like a 1980s nude of Betty White. It'll just get you through the day.
God rest his soul.
One of the Golden Girls comes on one episode with a little bit too much lipstick, and then your teenage brain just goes nuts. I'd like to see her as a 20-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you spend hours watching the Three Stooges. It was usually all heavy-set, curly-haired broads. So.
It was like that, yeah.
Hey, they could take a punch, is why,
Boink.
Oh, man. So, somebody said Betty White. Keenan, what's some of your childhood crushes?
Childhood shit. Fuck, the Pink Ranger from Power Rangers. That's basically one. That's one of them. Goddamn, boy meets world. Topanga, a little bit.
Topanga?
Topanga.
She was sexy.
Yeah.
She had the face. I wanted to kiss her.
The face?
Yeah, she
I
had the
feel
face.
like the face is the only thing I don't like about Topanga.
Really?
Yeah, I thought she had a butter face.
She's pretty.
I wouldn't go that.
She's pretty.
Can we pull up a headshot of Topanga?
Yes.
The Cameron Diaz from the 90s.
Oh, Cameron.
From the 90s. I mean,
a good one.
she still is good a little bit now, but the night like she
She had the
it.
roundness.
She had it. She had it.
All right, wait.
Who else we
Well,
got?
now she probably looks.
No,
No,
give
she
me
looks good. I mean, she still looks the same.
Let me see her in Boy Meets
Now,
World.
Keenan, I got a question though. So when you decide to jerk off about Topanga, do you use the old photos or do the current photos of her when you search her?
Give me the old.
Yeah.
Wait.
Watch what you say.
Give me the current.
All right.
It all comes around to
A
pedophilia.
butterface. I don't
Well,
see.
shit, that's so much going on in Shirley Temple, damn it.
Scroll up. That one right there.
Which one?
Which one? The with the green?
That one?
You.
I mean, like, she was pretty. She was. That was the 90s. That was 90s.
Oh, everybody had
90s?
butterfaces back
Okay.
then?
Okay, the girl from Saved by the Bell.
Does it have something to do with like her lips because her lips are big? Does that have something to do with
She has a pretty smile.
Are you talking
She
about
does have
Kelly,
She has a good
lips.
smile.
Kelly Saved by the Bell or the other one that was in the
The main one.
main
Zach's girlfriend.
Zach's
girlfriend?
Time.
Okay, that chick's hot. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I was getting ready to say Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Right.
Because
I mean, she still,
90210 is where
but
I know
hey,
her from.
she
but
still looks good till this day.
Oh,
She
yeah.
still looks good.
Elizabeth Hurley got me through a lot of things, too.
I was. That's on my list. That's on my
Bedazzled
list.
was awesome.
Bedazzled.
Who did you say? Which one?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh, she is still good looking.
Yeah.
She's still like looks the same.
She's starting to show a little bit of that age, but it's still good.
Wow, Elizabeth, I was always the first one.
You guys just keep talking, okay?
Okay.
Don't go off on my spelling.
Hey,
She is 72 years old.
Really?
Really?
No, wait. She still looks like that, or like what?
This
No.
is her currently, folks.
She's.
I'm
She's
friends with her on
72.
Facebook.
I was always crushing on J Lo,
Really? Ooh.
yeah.
Selena, J Lo, or like?
the fly girl J Lo from In Living Color.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
She's one that's held up for forever, too.
Yeah,
I'll give you guys my three, okay? And they're hot regardless if you look at them like 10 years ago or like 20 years in the future.
I mean,
They're probably still going to be
we're
hot.
all old as fuck
They're
right
probably still going to be hot. All right, it's Jennifer Aniston. Bam, Jennifer Aniston, number one.
now. Now we're talking just like throughout.
Just throughout,
Okay.
all together.
All right.
Elizabeth Hurley,
Okay.
and then the last one. You ready for the last one? Salma Hayek.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Salma
You
Hayek.
need to
Man,
I just want to. If she just talks to me sexy, then there it is.
she just starts talking like Mexican, right? Or Spanish, I should say.
we're talking like dusk till dawn like type of talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the episode where I get canceled. Salma Hayek's talking Mexican. That's hot.
Someone's gonna watch this. She's gonna tweet out. You know that Shane Foster. He is really beautiful. And
Does that sound like a Spanish?
are you sure this is something? No, this is Salma Hayek.
Oui. Oh, the Shane Foster.
I got a question. What's a crush on somebody you had it could be current, folks.
Could be
Okay.
current.
That nobody else thinks is cute, but you think is cute. That was a tough one. It's a tough thought.
I have one.
I got one that's weird.
Really? Fuck that. You go
I
first.
think the
Nick.
woman that played the witch in the Wizard of Oz was a cute lady. I don't know. I'm sorry, folks.
Ooh.
I'm a weirdo.
That one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Find her. Look at her right now.
She's dead. Now.
I don't care.
I like girls
So
with big
you're
noses.
Garland.
I like girls with big noses. I don't know.
I was just gonna ask, did you see like a behind the scenes where she didn't have the nose, or did you always like her with the nose?
I saw behind the scenes.
Like, you just want to like mess with her nose tip or something?
Did you like that chick from Sex and the City? Because she had a pretty.
Sarah
I like-
Jessica Parker?
When she was in that, what's that witch movie, Hocus Pocus, I thought she was
Oh,
looking. But now,
Sarah
now-
Jessica
yeah,
Parker?
but now, no.
Well,
And her character's name was Sarah.
hold on.
That's ironic.
You take Sarah Jessica Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus and compare her to the next two ladies that she's standing next to, she's definitely the
it's like
hottest.
that thing in what's that movie called?
I'm sorry, Bette Midler. I'm not saying you're unattractive. I'm just saying compared
put a
to
spell
Sarah
on you.
Jessica
He's
Parker.
doing the hall pass. He's doing the hall pass.
I would have probably gave the black-haired one some fun.
Now we got people like,
I got a feeling on this side of the table that they're not too picky. I just got that feeling. I just got that feeling going on. Go ahead,
Neve Campbell, Scream.
What?
Neve Campbell,
Who is that?
Scream.
Nev Campbell, Scream, yes.
Yeah.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
I have to be Jamie and Switch Boy? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say Drew Barrymore after she was murdered.
Oh, my God.
Now she has structure.
She's Canadian?
She has structure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't
she's-
find her that
She
great.
hasn't changed too much.
She survived all the Scream movies and still looks fine as fuck.
She's already, like, significantly more hot.
Looks better than her.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are we talking like Friends Courtney Cox or we're talking Scream Courtney Cox?
Courtney Cox.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think Nev Campbell today,
the soup.
she probably looks
Better than Courtney Cox?
better than Courtney Cox today.
He's 10 years older than her.
Is she?
MILF.
There we go.
Oh! The pintail got me.
She's like getting Botox and has a Scream mask on.
Listen,
like the Scream photo.
listen, David Arquette, he survived throughout the mirrors. Like, come on. Give him credit.
See,
Bad face work.
Well, Courtney Cox will never be on the show, I guess. Great.
Did you ask her yet to be on the show?
Yeah.
Maybe we can get her on Keenan's show.
Lisa Kudrow.
No.
Lisa Kudrow.
Never.
Really?
I'm just going to
At
say
all.
no.
No.
She wasn't even that hot in Friends.
She was tall.
You're right about this.
I like this.
I feel like you guys have that reaction about a lot of girls.
You got Rachel, you got the other one's like fine, but like, I don't know, Lisa Kudrow, it's always the odd one's out.
All right.
It's always the odd one's out.
As far as the Friends cast goes, Jennifer Aniston #1, Courtney Cox #2, and then Lisa Kudrow #3.
The only problem with Lisa Kudrow is I'd feel like I was with one of my aunts.
You already got it like a third generation cousin. So
Oh, that's true.
keep it in the family.
Family reunion is going to be great this year.
Joey, what's some of the crushes you had? You really?
So you know what? I always had a crush on Tatiana Ali from The Fresh Prince.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
And she still looks good now.
She do, and then I like Karen Parsons too. It was Hillary, especially when I saw her.
Yeah, I
Major
thought
Pain.
Hillary.
Yeah,
Hillary.
when I saw her in Major Pain.
What?
Oh, the guy.
Is that what her name is? Karen
Yep.
Parsons?
Karen Parsons.
Yeah, I
Karen
remember
Parsons.
her. I didn't know the name, though.
Yeah. Mine's pretty much the cast of Game of Thrones, the females.
All of them. So wait, all of them?
Maybe some of the males too.
I must say,
you know.
I must say, Maisie Williams kind of young.
Oh no, yeah, I forgot.
I
about
must
that.
say, not younger, older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the tall one again? I forgot, Gwendolyn.
Now.
Yeah.
She still looks good.
Yeah.
You know who was really fucking sexy for an older chick? Claire Huxtable.
Claire who?
Claire Hustable.
Oh,
What is her real name?
Bill Cosby's wife?
Yeah.
I
Felicia Rashad.
can see that.
She has not cracked her skin.
Well, the one-
fine since forever, man.
The one guy.
She
the
hasn't
girl-
cracked her skin.
What was the girl's name? It was with Momoa. That one.
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa, his wife for the longest time. They just divorced.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but she's
Not her.
Are these people all from the French Prince?
No, that's
No,
Cosby.
That's the Cosby Show.
Okay.
That's Big Bill's boo boo.
That's the Cosby Show.
Gave him some pudding pops. Hey, you want some pudding pops here? We're gonna have some fun afterwards. You know, you're not the fuck out.
Well,
Hey, would you hang out with Bill Cosby, Keenan?
Now, if it was back in the day, sure. I mean, now it's like, okay, people hang out. Hold. There's people.
I ain't got nothing to
Hold up. There's people that still hang out with OJ. There's people hang out with Rice. Motherfuckers, people hang out with Chris Brown. I mean, with Bill Cosby, it's not
How the fuck do you put Chris Brown into the equation?
assault, motherfucker. Assault and shit. Like, that's
Bill
it.
Cosby didn't assault nobody.
Bill at least
With the
puts him to
throats.
sleep first.
With their throats. I would admire.
They murdered somebody. A couple of somebody.
Put the glove on.
Didn't they prove OJ was innocent of murder? And then like later on he got like
He told on himself.
Like put the glove on.
When he wrote that stupid ass book.
If I
did it.
If I did it.
It's like I didn't do it, but if I did do it, this is exactly how it would go down.
I would have cut the other way.
And the lawyer's like, Judge, can we put this in the evidence? And they're like, yeah. Why wouldn't we?
And then they caught him. They put him in jail for stealing his own shit.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like,
He got him with like 10 years for that.
I swear.
But they feel like they got off. They feel like he got off easy the first time, so they like doubled down on the charges for that.
Yeah, that's
Right? That's how I understand the OJ trial.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Same with the Ray Lewis trial.
Ray Lewis, what happened with that?
When he after the Rams won the Super Bowl and he was in Atlanta and it's like some fight broke out, murders were there and he was there, but I think I don't know if they say like he fled the scene or he left his suit there.
Wait, was he playing for the Rams?
No, the Ravens.
Playing for the Ravens.
Oh, so he was probably upset. And
Something happened. He left, and so he got questioned or something because he
Yeah.
was there. But he left the scene of a crime. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
It was the old boy in the elevator MMA fight with his old lady.
Boom, 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 bam.
Ray Rice.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn. That right there that sparked the media in like 2 days. I'm like, goddamn. And the kid's young.
I don't think did she even divorce him?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, they're
Why
remarried.
didn't nobody say nothing when Solange beat Jay-Z's ass in the elevator?
Because they feel like it's a different situation.
Why? It's
What?
still
Wait,
fucking
wait, wait, wait.
assault.
That's
Wait.
what society is.
isn't Solange Beyonce?
Beyonce's sister.
Oh, okay.
Younger sister.
I thought Beyonce just changed her
The
name
one
and it was
the
okay.
one that people don't really give a fuck
I thought
about.
that's what happened. Solange.
They only made a movie one time.
Wait, how fucked up are those Thanksgiving dinners, though? You think? Because
She beat me in the elevator.
so not only are you eating next to your ex, but also your former like assaulter. You're just like,
Hey,
she's like, can you pass the mashed potatoes? And he's
no,
like,
fuck that.
babe, can you help out with that?
Hey, Beyonce, tell your sister give me some salt.
Oh boy.
I would hate to be in that situation. Oh, shit, that's hit me. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
What happened with that?
What about it?
What about it?
Kim is broken up with Pete Davidson.
Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah.
that was breaking news.
That's
by
comedy
the way.
right there for you.
I want to mention that was not just regular news. That was breaking news. That was like, hey, stop
Breaking news, a
everything,
breakup.
people. They're like,
They
stop
brought a bunch-
everything.
They brought a bunch of kids into a gymnasium, hooked the TV up to the table.
Right.
Bring out the cart.
They got the VHS the next day. They're like, we found out on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
They're like, look.
Single, everybody.
I'm being informed we have a breaking story.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But
Kim
that-
Kardashian is no longer with Pete Davidson. Can you believe it, folks?
Can you believe it?
He's older than you, but younger than
Kanye's
me.
already on the tweet.
But it's
Dude's like 28.
It's so weird because that's not like something they would just casually mention in the news. Like if it were a newspaper, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't write an article about it. They'd put it on the front fucking page. Like,
What makes that one
Kim and Pete,
uncomfortable?
no
this is more important than anything else going on in this country at this moment in time. Kim Kardashian broke up with Pete Davidson.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. Bow. That was like a month.
That was a big deal.
That was longer than
That was a stunt.
Yeah,
But
that was a long time.
I think that was because it was so public. It was like, and it was definitely like the biggest trial since like the OJ thing,
Did you see
right?
Jason Momoa's testimony?
How
I
you
don't know if
doing?
that was real or not, but
Nah,
the shit
that's
was
fake.
fucking
That was
hilarious.
fake. It was,
Okay.
that's some good editing. though.
My dog stepped on a bee.
I do it again.
Amber Heard got needs.
I watched a little bit of it, but her like testimony seemed so rehearsed. Like it was like almost like Hillary Clinton back in the debates or whatever. It seemed so rehearsed.
Oh, it
and
was wild.
Yeah. It was like, how long did you practice this beat shit going? Like, yeah.
And Johnny is sitting there all cool. Well, you know, she's a bitch, and I don't want to be with her now. So that bitch better pay my money. God, that media, like, that's comedy gold right there. If someone's going to make a parody of that, we could.
What was great about that is
Aha.
just you know, they'd call him on something. He'd be completely honest. They were expecting him to try and hide some stuff. He's like,
he's Jack Sparrow. He's gonna be honest.
Coke and pills.
Like Jack Sparrow took down Aquaman's bitch. Like there you go.
Yeah.
That'd be an epic crossover. Like Jack Sparrow sees what's her name in the movie Aquaman?
Mara.
Oh, I see Mara. Harpoon.
So does that affect anybody watching a movie knowing like something like outside how they are the celebrity? Because that Margot Robbie or what's her name?
Margot Robbie.
She's
that's fake. That's fake.
Oh, that's fake. Okay,
that's fake.
That
what did she do?
No, I thought she was in the.
They were gonna have her be the new Jack Sparrow. Like that. That's not gonna happen. They would not do that.
Yeah. So
what's her name gonna be? Jill Sparrow?
Jill Swallow.
I don't know.
My question is, if you were watching Aquaman and you saw Amber Heard, would you be like, "Oh, that's a girl that shit in her bed," or could you just watch the movie?
I still watching Aquaman. That's basically it.
I feel like if I watched Aquaman 2 and she was still in it, right? Like I would start the movie without thinking about that. But like maybe like an hour and a half in the movie, I'd be like, oh, she took a shit in somebody's in her own bed.
Well,
underwater.
What would be awesome is if they made a callback to it, like Jason's coming to bed and he checks the sheets real quick.
Man, what the fuck, huh?
Right.
But yeah, for years I'd watch the Naked Gun movies. I thought OJ was awesome.
I only got the last two. I only got the last two of those.
But yeah, so it took me a while to wrap my head around the Norm Macdonald jokes, you know. So
yeah.
It's like, what's going on? But yeah.
Somebody asked me, and this particular person, they judge people off of like how they answer what are your top 3 favorite comedy movies, and like the Naked Gun movies are definitely up there. And then like that's how I base my like absurd humor is my favorite type of humor.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, that's definitely up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you gotta go with the old ones.
Yeah.
What's your top comedy movies of all time, Aaron?
Man, for me, I'll tell you what my number 1 is, and if I could remember the name.
Oh, well,
it's
Final
so good.
Destination.
Final Destination.
Everyone dies.
Best comedy movie ever.
I like stuff that's funny when it's not supposed to be.
Right.
The science of deaths.
Yeah, well, you know, just the randomness of it would always crack me up.
In all fairness, there are a lot of knee slappers.
It's like, wait a minute.
How did you get the outlet when it didn't flood?
I took my dad to the second one, and what I didn't know is he has a real problem with gore.
Oh boy.
So he didn't watch Mortal Kombat 2?
2.
No one watched
Hey,
I did.
They were those 3 people were the only people in the theater at that time. It was Keenan himself and his dad.
So he'd be like, ew, and I'd be like, wow.
Hey, can't let our guests get to the joke, goddammit.
Yeah. Stop interrupting and butting in.
Whoops. Whoops. It's comedy hour.
Shit. I like anything by Jim Carrey, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite comedy is Kingpin. I think
that's a
Woody
great
Harrelson, sometimes when people are serious actors and they play comedy, can do like an amazing job. And I think Woody Harrelson and Kingpin is top notch.
Woody's a lot of fun anyway.
Yeah, he is.
I don't remember the Naked Gun movies in order because they're just named so weird, like 22 and 3/4. So
Naked Gun and a Half.
one
They're at the third.
one of the Naked Guns is probably going to take the number 1 spot. I think Tommy Boy is going to take the number 2 spot. And I forgot the number 3, so you guys discuss.
When I was a kid, this isn't a joke. I actually went to the movie place, and I was looking for Naked Gun 2, and it had 2.5. And I was looking, and I was asking the person who worked at the movie store, like Blockbuster or whatever. I was like, "No, I want number 2. I already seen 2.5. I want to see number 2." I didn't understand that was a joke.
Right. Yeah.
That's Liam Neeson for you.
Yeah.
Or
Liam Neeson.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say.
I just counted in my own joke. Sorry.
I was like, when did Liam Neeson go in there?
It's just being hijacked. I can help.
Well, seeing Liam Neeson in the giant condom with other
Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson in Airplane. I am sure.
I think
Don't call me Shirley.
I think he would do good in comedy. I think he would.
I mean, Clint Eastwood did.
Have you seen Ted 2?
I did. Is he in it?
Yeah, they do a bit where he's like buying tricks, and he's like, I hear tricks are exclusively for kids, and he's like, no, it's not necessarily. It's just cereal. He's like, but if I buy this, will you tell anybody? he's like, no, I don't care. I don't care. You can buy whatever you want. He's like, am I breaking rules by buying this tricks? I would enjoy a nice breakfast cereal. And he's like, I don't care. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
You silly rabbit.
And at the end of the movie, he comes back all like tattered up, and he looks all rugged and stuff. He's like, I'm here to return the tricks.
There was a movie he was in. I used to love the hell out of Darkman.
I heard that.
It's heard that. Probably early 90s. Sam Raimi is the one who directed it, I believe. Probably around Army of Darkness times. And
Yep.
Oh, definitely love those.
That's a good
yeah, Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. Oh.
one. Tim Loss says, "What's up, Gills?"
Gillies.
Hey, Tim.
You're a fish?
Nice.
Well, for about 4 years, I'd be on the shows, and he'd get my name wrong every time.
Mr. Gills. Gilligan.
He still does, but he feels guilty about it. So, you know, we're...
People get my name wrong at times. I mean, not as recently, but they spell it wrong or they get my last name wrong.
Hey,
Yeah.
Are you gonna get him back and call him Jim? Jim Loss.
Hey, Jimmy.
Did you ever think of doing a stage name?
a stage name?
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I'd forget. I mean, it took me 30 years to get the one I got right, so...
30 years. Wow.
But yeah, I remember I asked my dad, I was like, so where'd the name come from? Because, you know, my mom wasn't there to ask, so I'd ask my dad, you know, because it was an odd name. Nobody in my family's named anything even close. And he told me, I guess back in the day, there was this like TV show in the 70s or 80s with a fat, obese English butler on it. And his name was Giles.
So he just knew.
Yeah. Well, she named me after him, and to be honest, I was just thankful she didn't name me after her other interest, heroin.
Oh.
Wow. You're a hero.
That's such an exotic name, though.
People in Salem, I hear me, my son Meth. There you go.
The worst part about it is having this accent, trying to tell people what I'm named. Well, I've already told you that. But yeah, it's just a nightmare.
This is my cousin, Yayo.
Hey.
Oh man.
My sister Crystal.
Oh man.
What how much time you got? Because usually I go an hour with the guests, but you're so funny, we went way over. So I guess we'll do a couple of shout outs. Where can we find your comedy at? And how can we get you to come to St. Louis? If we do, I just want to do a comedy event and just have you come on. That's how much I love you.
Well, I appreciate that.
You won my heart tonight.
And everything else.
Well, I got an email address.
I don't know. If that
Most of the time, you can reach me on Facebook.
Is an AOL email?
Gmail.
Okay.
Oh wow, he's moving up in the world.
Classy. And I'm so popular that I can't remember what it is, so I got to look it up.
Can you do a shout? You're going to be at Busch Stadium tomorrow. Right?
Yes, they have. For Big Lou and Travis Corley, they're going to be doing a performance before the game. Me and Lizzie is going to be her first time on the field.
Man, Busch Stadium.
Not the baseball field, on the interview field. I always here play baseball.
Our new infield reporter or outfield,
infield, on the field.
Field reporter.
There you go.
Thank you, Joey.
We're actually going to play it for the Cardinals for the one time.
Are you worried she's going to be taking your position?
I don't care. If she can do good, she can do good. She just hit me up with some questions. I'm like, girl, show
All
it.
right, good.
Keenan, do you think you could step in for Lars Nootbaar for just one inning?
To a degree.
Okay.
Listen, hey, coach, I got this. There you go.
Right. Do it like the first inning where they're probably not going to hit it in the outfield or something.
Tim says Salem, Illinois ABC Pub is where you can find Giles Mann. So there we go.
The next one coming up.
September 16th. So that's plenty of time to plan it out, folks. A long drive to Salem. So
October, let's see, I believe it's October 7th. I should be in Mugshots in Sandoval, Illinois. And October 8th, I should be at the American Legion in Mount Vernon, Illinois. So you can come see me at those two places.
Okay.
And I believe that's it for the closing out of this year. If you want to reach me, if you want to book me on something, my email address is gmancomedy@gmail.com.
G-Man.
See, you should just be G-Man. Be like, here's
G-Man,
G-Man coming
yeah.
to the stage.
Hey, yeah. Well, then everybody local thinks I'm a government agent and hides your stuff.
Oh,
Shane, when's the next Shane Foster After Hours? I think we're going to be doing one maybe next weekend, I think. Yeah. Maybe.
next weekend?
Next weekend. So
Yeah, we'll be there next weekend.
one thing we're doing, though, I want to play this commercial real quick with the voice of Joey Mack. So here it is, folks.
The Artists United Network Photoshop Contest. Photoshop our selected Photoshop element into a funny picture or meme.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Weekly winner is rewarded a $50 gift card. Post your photo publicly on the comment section of the contest post. Please keep the photos PG-13 and tasteful. Our judges will select the most hilarious photos to be showcased on the network.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
The winner is selected live, on air on the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs, Friday nights, starting at 9 p.m.
I'm about to dig.
The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs is available streaming live on Roku, YouTube.
Wait.
All right, there we go, folks. So what that is we are doing it. Artists United. They heard us the whole time, by the way. The mic was hot. Yeah.
Damn it.
That mic was hot.
Forgive us.
We're doing a Photoshop contest, so just to give you our photo element, I'm calling it. This week is our buddy Joe Mort, so there we are, folks. There's some of the stuff people are sending in, but winner is going to be picked live on the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs on Friday nights, and we are going to give that person a $50 gift card. So, you know, people are like, well, man.
That's a good one.
So I'm actually, yeah, that's a good one.
I love the Forrest Gump one.
The Forrest Gump one, and that
Life
one.
is a box of chocolates.
So that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's probably the best one.
I did that one. I had to put some filters on that one, folks. But there it is, folks. So we're going to be announcing the winner live this Friday. We have Unk. Unk is going to be here tomorrow night. Great comedian here in St. Louis. So definitely check him out. Giles, man, what a great podcast this was.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm going to say it now. I think it was one of the top podcasts we ever had.
Top what?
Top podcast.
Top podcast.
We had some good laughs and tears.
My stomach hurts from laughing so hard, and yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching the Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. We'll see you tomorrow night. Subscribe on YouTube and like the Artists United Network on Facebook, and we will see you guys again later. We are out.
That shit.
I'm about to dig. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. The Daily Dirt with Dustin Diggs. Dig.